Hey guys, so in this video I'll talk about a bunch of stuff, usually mostly like the materials and how to get certain stuff. So let's go to my materials here. Okay, now let's talk about like dark crystal. Okay, now yeah, you can only hold 20k dark crystal at one point. Now there are let me see how many ways. Well, one, two. I think two ways to get dark crystal. Now, one way is doing waves and beating certain champion or boss or monsters. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Yeah, on this one, like when you look at it, when you look at them, they will say dark crystal. Like on this one, the orc zeppelin, you will get 100% dark crystal. Now I don't know how many is 100%. Could be just one dark crystal or 10. I'm not really sure, but every time you kill, yeah, the orc cannon, the orc zeppelin, you will get dark crystal, and the tauren too. So they're pretty much in every wave, so you will get dark crystal. That's one way. Now if you are running out of dark crystal is used to upgrade items. I'll show you like this one. If I want to upgrade this, I would need one dark crystal. Now the higher the level of an item, especially an L item, the more dark crystal you use. Like I would say, let's say a level 90 sword, the L item, I think like you end up using maybe like over 100 dark crystal every time you try to upgrade it. So let me see if I have a higher. Okay, let's say a level 50, I would need like a 51 dark crystal just to level that. This one's max, so I can't tell. I don't have a 99, but yeah, the higher it is, the more dark crystal you need. So if you are running with dark crystal, there's another way to get it. You turn your orc workers and tell them to get dark crystal. Now you can make all of them get dark crystal, and I believe they can only do like one. Like when you see them going back and forth, instead of like the gold, like mine says 8,625 for dark crystal. If I'm not mistaken, it's only one count every time they come back. So yeah, that's another way. But when you do waves and you tell them to do dark crystal, and when you do a ×2 speed, they will make the dark crystal get like a ×2. Like usually, I'll give you a base here, like, or yeah, like usually like if I tell them to get dark crystal, all of them, all 10, in an hour, I might be able to get like 3,000 dark crystals. So you can max it in a few hours. So, but once it's max, or what I usually do, once it's close to max, I change them to gold. Like if it's dark crystal, I'll change them to gold, and I just let the waves finish. Maxing the dark crystal, because the more you do waves, the more dark crystal you get. So that's one way. That's the dark crystal. And now let's talk about the B stone, or let's talk about, you see this on the top, the 60 max, that's the regular crystal. Now this, how many ways to get this? I know one, two, oh, there's like 2 or 3 ways. Let's go through them. Okay, now the crystal, the maximum you can carry is 60. Now if you want to use a treasure that will add more, like you can carry another 20, you can use that and put it here, like either replace my whip, or so I would be able to hit another 20, so it would max at 80. So right now you see the 60, it doesn't say max because I just replaced it with the crystal bundle, but I don't need that one. Hold on, so I'll change it back. Now if you do that, the crystal bundle plus you use a certain leader, I believe Tony will add additional 19. You can actually carry up to 99 crystal. So once it reach 99, it will max out. Now, um, there is other ways to get more crystal, but when you do waves, once it's maxed out, it will not, you're only wasting your crystal. So I would recommend using the crystal. Now, there's a couple of ways I believe that to use the crystal. Um, One way is to use your castle defense, like to upgrade. Like right now, a level 1 to 5,000 needs only one crystal to upgrade, but once it reach 5,000 to 10,000, you need two dark crystal. Like this one, I need to upgrade it. I would need two dark crystal every time I upgrade. So see that, two, and I will just upgrade one. Now once it reach a prestige level like this one, it will need four dark. It will need four crystal to level. So this one we need four to level. So just four crystal, one level. Now the maximum for the castle defenses are 9,999. So if I'm not mistaken, it's like you would need like 55k crystal, 55,000 crystal to max out your castle defense. Okay, and another way to get dark crystal is through your orc workers. You see that 1.5%. So they have 1.5% to get your dark crystal. Now or your regular crystal. To get that, at the beginning, all of this, like the 50, 1.8, 1.5, that would be zero at the beginning. Now to get those, to start getting percentage of those, you need to do the third map. I'm not done with the third map yet, but the third map helps you get like this one. This one gives you crystal. So I guess the maximum for the crystal is 1.5%. So every colony, so there's 15 colonies, I guess, for this one that gives crystal. So once you reach 15, you'd get 1.5%. So this one will give 0.1 crystal. Now let's see for other colonies. Now this one's Beastone. Now every there's, I guess, 50 colonies that gives Beastone. So when you do 50 of them, you will get 50% chance of the Beastone. Now the harder part is the did we talk about, oh hold on, the white stone, or I'll show you, not the white stone, the A stone, this blue color A stone. Now so to get that, you would do the third map, and you would go the higher ones, the higher defense colony. So like this one gives a 0.1% A stone, and I believe there's 25 colonies that gives that, because I know the maximum is 2.5%. So I'm working on it. Still have 2, 4, 6, 7 colonies left to beat, but those are gonna be really hard. Now I forgot to mention, this is this middle here, this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This here you can capture orc workers. Now you need 10 orc workers. I would recommend doing this first. Once you're strong enough, you do this, because once you do this, you're gonna, at the beginning, this, you see this 10 orc workers here, it would be zero. So once you start capturing the colonies, you would add 1, then add 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. So you want to get 10 first orc workers, then you start doing the materials, the B stone, the A stone, and the crystal. So that is one way. That's also your items. If you salvage it, certain items, like let's see if I have an A. I don't have A item, but like for, let's say, S sword, if I salvage this, I would get one of that item. I forget what it's called. Let's see, 1 S stone. So if I salvage an S item, I would get one S stone. If I salvage an A item, I would get a one, like this one, A stone, and a B stone. You know, this one, I mean B item, I would get a B stone. So and if I salvage an L item, I would get an L stone. That's the only way I believe to get an L stone is to salvage an L item. You cannot get you can't get an L stone without salvaging an L item. An L item is like basically three effect items like this one's. So this is all my L items. I gotta I have to salvage a few of them. So okay. Okay, so now when you start crafting, you know, in this game your ultimate items will be an L item. So when you start crafting, oh, you know what, let's lower because I have a few. So like on this one, let's say that, so the dark crystal you can hold 20,000 maximum. Now the B stone you can hold, I believe, 20,000 also. I never reached that. The highest I've done is like 19,000, but once it gets there I start using them. And I'm not sure how much A stone you can hold. The most I've got like 1,000, but I'm not sure how much A stone, how much S stone, how much L stone you can hold. But the most important you need to know is the B stone, so you can use it. You don't want to max it out, and you know, because you can always turn the B stone into an S stone and the A stone into an S stone. So you can also turn a B stone into an A stone. I'll show you that how to do it. So this is the way I lower the my material, so you know I won't max out. So like the if I need an S stone to basically craft an L stone, so that's why I'm collecting S stone. So like I'm gonna lower my B stone. So this one is one way. So I need 1,250 B stone plus about 9,999 gold to turn one, to make one S stone. So and 50 A stone and 1,000 gold to make one S stone. So let's clear this out. So now you see this, I only have two A stone left. Now if I want, I can turn a B stone into an S stone. You see that 25 B stone and 100 gold to turn an A stone. So you see it, I get 21 A stone now. So I would, if I want, like I can like get 50 and turn that. So I'm completely out of A stone, so I turned that, and I'll even lower my B stone. So that, and I'll show you how. So like an L item, let me see, poison damage. Yeah, I'll do this one. So I can salvage this. So like I have how many L items, right? I mean L stones, right? I have 6 L stones. So when I salvage this, now I have 7. Now I can make an L item from an L stone. In order to do that, I would need 5 L stone and a 5 crystal. So that's one way to use the crystal. So yeah, that's one way to use a crystal. So like let's do a weapon. So see the weapon L. So L stone times 5 and a crystal times 5. So when I craft this, it would take those. So I'll look at it later. So I'm just gonna get this, or I can salvage it. So I'll just get this for now. So I only have 2 L stone left. Now for S stone, you need 15 S stone and 5 crystals. So like I have 128 right now. So once I do craft, it will take 15. Bow cooldown. This is a nice bow. Cooldown bow. I think I might need it. Yeah, I'll look at it later. So yeah, that took 15. So I would keep doing this. Area skill. I don't know. I'll look at it later. Ooh, +1 critical chance, critical damage, +1 arrow. I might need this. I'll get this one. I've been waiting for a +1 bow, a bow that has +1 arrow. So, because I don't have one yet, I'll get that. And so I need more weapon. Critical, cold damage. Nah. Let's go. So cold. I might need this. +1 summon. A summon bow? What they called? Lightning damage. Let's see. Soldier. I'll just get everything for now. Okay, so I'm out of S-Stone. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. You ultimately you want to get an L items. So yeah, I could have done an accessories, but right now I don't need the accessories. I need weapons. So yeah, you need L items. So you would try to get try to get this 50% chance, and maximum for the middle one is 2.5%. But you would, yeah, the way to get those is doing the third map, the orc map. And also there's another way to use an crystal also. So there's actually 3 ways that I've known. The third one is to, when you upgrade your hero, once it reach prestige level, when this level number, the 1205, turns green or turns purple. Is it purple? Yeah, I think when it turns purple, that means you reach the prestige level. Once it turns purple, you would need two crystal to upgrade, a gold and 2 crystal to upgrade every time. So yeah, it will reach prestige level when it's reach 9,009 or 10,000. Basically the 10,000 turns into back to like a level 1 that turns the number into purple. So that every time you level it up, once it gets to prestige level, you need 2 crystal plus the gold, whatever gold amount it needs. Okay, so that, and yeah, on the workers, this one you level up. The maximum level is 1,000, the same as the orc workers. Now the orc workers, yeah, those are 1,000 also, but like when you level it up, all you need is this one here. It's called the unknown contract. Now you get the unknown contract from the bosses mostly. Like from this one, like this is a boss. So you have when you kill this boss, you have a 40% chance to get the unknown contract. So there's 4 bosses. So when they show up, they would you have 40% chance to get it. Now they only show up on every 5 levels. So they would show up on the 5, the 10th, the 15th. The bosses will show up. So yeah, the way to get the unknown contract is to do waves, and the more waves you do, the more you get the unknown contract. Now the workers only need 1 unknown contract to level up. So they're pretty fast, but they cost more in gold to level up. But the orc workers need 5 unknown contract per level to level up. So the 1,000, you basically multiply that by 5. So you would need 5,000 unknown contract to maximize the orc workers, while the workers is only 5,000 or 1,000. But on the orc workers, they do get less gold. Yeah, they get less gold, but they do other materials also. Like if you'll see that, did you see the orc workers? They gave me gold and a bee stone at the same time. So every time I think they give gold, and they give whatever this, either the B stone, the A stone, or the crystal. So see, yeah, they give gold, and and the other stone also, and the crystal. So, while the orc workers, I mean the workers, is just either gold or the dark crystal. Okay, and yeah, let me see what else I need to talk about here. So the maps, the I'll talk the third three map. I think this is like a human map, and this is like an elf map, and an orc map. Now, the first map, the human map, is when you do them, all you get is gold, but you get more gold than the other maps. So when you do them, yeah, you get like on this one, it gives you 9,792 gold per food. I'm using the cooldown thing right now, so I would get 48 seconds. I think the regular is 54 seconds. So every 48 seconds. But when you do waves, and you do at times 2 speed, you would get this amount every 24 seconds. Like at the very top right, I'm getting 2,109,111. Now that I would get that every 24 seconds when I do waves. If I don't do waves, then I would get that every 48 seconds, that 2,000 amount, 2 million amount. Okay, now the middle map is the elf map. Gives you critical damage, critical chance, and speed. Now let's see, like this one, it would give you town archer attack speed is plus 0.3%. Let's try this one. Attack speed plus 0.5%. Yeah, attack speed 0.5. Now this one gives town archer damage. Oh, I thought it was critical damage. I guess it's damage plus 1%. Okay, that's better. I know. Okay, this one's critical damage. So I guess it gives you 4 things. It will either give you critical, a regular damage, attack speed, a critical damage, and I believe a critical chance also. Let's see if I can find a critical chance. Critical damage. Shoot. Attack speed. I mean the middle. Attack speed. I thought there was a critical chance also. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there is a critical chance. I just don't know how many. There's like a bunch of damage. Oh, critical damage. I thought there was critical chance. If not, then I'm sorry, but I thought there is. But I really thought there's a critical chance. I can't find it, but I really thought there's critical chance. It's not here. But anyways, so yeah, the elf map, or the middle map, would give you strength. Strength, speed, and all of those. So if you want to get stronger, do the middle map. Now the third map, I talk about, gives you like the materials. The A stone, the B stone, and the crystal. So that, and this is a new update. The infinite map gives you more gold too. So you would want to do this to do more gold. Like without the infinite map, I would get only about 1.4 million gold every 54 seconds or 48 seconds. But since I did the infinite town, I'm getting an additional 601,000 every 48 seconds for that. So that's very helpful for the money. And what else here? So this is a guild here. Your guild will show up wherever you're. What else? Then this is the seasonal map. Seasonal maps give you additional gold. No, it gives you a bunch of gold depending on your level. Like on this one colony, it would give me 798,000 in 10 minutes. This one 721, So I beat 13 and I run out of time for the free ones because like at the beginning when the seasonal reset, you have certain time before you see that population, the 15-15. That means if you want to get a free battle, like if I go battle right now, I would need 5 crystal to battle it, and it's not guaranteed. If I lose, I have to do it again and I need another 5 crystal. But once that population max out, you need 5 crystal. Now at the beginning the population is 0. It would be like 15 out of, or 0 out of 15. So you would try to you would do it in the beginning, so you would get you don't have to spend crystal. So I run out of time, and I know some of this I know I wouldn't be able to beat like 149, because the highest right now I beat is 119. I might be able to beat 120s, but yeah, 149 I wouldn't be able to beat. But like for half, I did half, 13 out of 26. It gave me 10 million gold. Like on this one, if I beat the 149, this colony alone will give me 1.3 million gold every 10 minutes. So the seasonal map is gives you a lot of gold. So another way to get gold. Now the season is 10 days long. Now every mid season you would get a reward also. It's almost like the end of the season. So literally every 5 days you would get a reward. As long as you're in the top 100, you would get a reward. Now depending on your ranking on the season, like for a number 1 rank spot, you would get, this is a treasure box times 20. So that's basically an S item. So when you beat it, you would get 20 S items. Now you can turn, if you don't need all the S items, you can turn that into an S stone and make an L items. So rank 2 is 2, rank 3 is 10, rank 5 is 7, so rank 10 is 5. So between rank 11 to rank 50, you would only get 3 items, 3 S items, and from 51 to 100 you will only get 1. So yeah, so you would try to get, right now the best ranking we've got in my guild is 31. So when you get into the 50 or less, it would show up like on your guild, like you see that time at the top right, you would see the times 4. So we made top 50 4 times since I made the guild. And if you get to top 10, it would show a times it would show a 10 instead of 50 there. And it would, like for top 3 it would show, or 5 3 2 1, it would show that also. Like yeah, it would, like when you look at the players or the clans, their guild, it shows up. Like I'll show you, let me see, like the number 1 guild right now. Who's the underdog? When you look at, you see they've been top 1, rank 1 56 times, rank 2 34 times, rank 3 5 times. So now this number, every 5 days actually, it would tell you, it would give you a ranking, not the end of the season. I believe it's every 5 days. Yeah, I think it's every 5 days. So yeah, that in 5 days, like when you look at the seasonal map, this one resets in 3 days. Now in 3 days, if we're in the top 50, my ranking, the 50 times 4 would be 50 times 5. So that, and treasure. So this is your skill. You basically max this out once your level, you max your level to 401. Okay, and the treasure, you get some of the treasure, I believe you get from the maps. Yeah, when you do maps, like this one, the sapphire, the ruby, and the topaz. You would get them when you're doing maps. Yeah, the colonies. When you're doing colonies, some of them has an item, a treasure, and some of them has like a hero that you need to get. So that, and what else do I need? Okay, so that's pretty much it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And like on this one, this is for crafting. Market, I don't really play around with it because I don't really understand the market that much, so I skipped that one. Now the monster lab, this one's very helpful. Now if you want a certain like on mine, I did a critical damage. So when you do that, I think it only costs maybe like 10 crystal. So like if you want to do critical chance, you would need 15. Oh, so I think critical damage is also 15. So critical chance, it will cost you 15. So once you apply, the critical damage would disappear. Now it would go add a 3% critical chance. So a bunch of my stuff, a bunch of them, I think I did critical damage. So this is a critical damage, 10% critical damage, and a few several I did, I think the lightning, because I my specialty is pretty much lightning. I have a bunch of lightning damage, at least 3 stuff that do lightning, like this one. Critical damage, let's see, so I did lightning on this one, lightning damage plus 15%. So my lightning, every time the harpy gets hits, all my lightning attack would have additional 15 damage, 15% damage. Like this one's 15% lightning critical damage, and this one lightning. I think all the bosses I have is lightning. So yeah, because on this one, if you see, I have the lightning wizard. They do he does 43,000 damage for now. So he's one of my top 5 damager, I guess. It does damage. And this one, my tower, my thunder tower, does lightning also. So at least I have 1, 2. I used to have Zeus as a lightning, but I stopped using Zeus. So at least 2, but they're pretty strong. They have a high damage, so I use them for, yeah. So that, and so that's it for now, guys, because I don't want the videos to get really long. Alright, see you guys.